Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV. Yeah, Click Radio.
Adesima ma ya mo bibiara ajo emu akwaba e de ba click kasa fidie yi so ane na me ne mo kasa yi ene ya wada e bobo so me ne de to so edubaako afimpinu no eduonunum 11th September 2025 no nsiabo say dia na chese mre na ana aso say ye de oman mu hansem ebesom ye hwefo ene yetiefo na kasa yi ejumeko bia dama ana so masen na metime de bremo Power Life Herbal Center for Sefa wo how be down wom say body pains and I say waist pains, fever, blood pressure, coughs, chest pains, stomach ulcer, stroke, diarrhea, asthma and hypertension there. And ye na edura make come for ediama woni beto ase peel life bitters. Ebusua bepe bi no me na ntu ya de asokra emfema. Fra wom e wo 0244059825 0244059825 and I say 0244099603 0244099603 wey eya Ghana ha ana wo dia ahomachofo a wo betumi epusu no eno no na mom wo UK ene ne patem London hoside dia na ene won so free +4477 0103902 +4477 0103902 and I say +44740454852148 +447404852148 Abusia we ensu e UK ene ne mpatemu o pe baby a wo mubutu di omudwuma de a ene na age se wo de wani kire eye wodo kotipa eye Click TV bia ye hopa anasa bia ye hope eho anache se ubetimi ehu Power Life Herbal Center FDA for yo mohwehwe mu age tum se do yiye na ebeboa adasa ne senti wo ba penfo akola wunya nyimfie du mienu wo ba tan wo makola nufo ye bebo modin asrese nka wo betwe ho afri ho ansa sanso ana Click Real Estate Limited for mekanfo di amount say ye dense hu nsam anasa saseto de a ene na fa bedan wo mo na wo mo se wo mo dan anasa wo masaseto no manso nsem bi eni hu enyo mo no mo ka ya danse a mimi didi a kire mo manso nsem ni hu ene koto nsem ahimfie nsensem langa de kra de bobo ebi kure eni hu ebusua ne senti hu dwo papapa eye etifa wo hawo wo danse hu nsem bedan wo no mo fra wo mo so 0244795267 0244795267 Healing Hands Heart bia ya mekanfo de amawo say ye sunsum nsam de afa bedan wo mo so boa wo sunsum fam say ye adwumasem anasa kwentosem yade ebusua no me adwumasem de a ena na bia ya mekanfo de amawo Healing Hands Heart bebo ho ban ye no bia nto snap ne kohua ba akopɛ amfa antete wa brabo enti no ne sent won so fra wom 0543077140 0543077140 and that says 0598028826 0598028826 abusua wey ene dwumeku a o madam a wo masomase a medekase nyina eba besom wo kase yi ensem titiro ni bia wo bete ewo mu ni se yamampani akasa enra anachese papa yi ede beto ho se woni nsem twonofo ahodo na eba behia na odin niam bi egu akwam se ne niam sifa ekode fansem twonodwuma ho ne keka ho no ebuhia papa ni do sie yoyo ekeka nsem de disafata de wo se yetibie no wo biebie so ede kire ensem twonofo yi ama chese mi kire mu a ene Ghana fa mu ni nyina wo de somayen sanso ana medem bekwa akopiem ewo eye ya papa Canada compare ko wo hen na Japan e de nsem bi aba betu dwade afa ehe dwumasem papa ne mamu de ne kampo ye nyina ye dwumasem eno so mede mu nchiremu beba besom medem bekwa akopiem ewo eye acting CEO of GMA Dr. Eugene K. Doduye ebusuya papa ya babonten din sem bia babonten e de fa eye adwemu yale ehu ekwan ye befa so ebetimi etu ase ene ne keka ho no papa ya babonten beka ni nyina Kevin Taylor ababonten wono so abekire na dwo ye beka nse wa be react to eye abronye case ne ho no ane mompemre na muntie ebi sanso ana me de bekwa kopiem ewo Prophet Nigel gazing asuyeye ovre yi ya papa ya babonten de nsem bia waka twam na afei na asensem no ehu ehia etina no so pemre na memfa emeso mebusuya sanso na mbukwa kopiem ewo kuro bia ye frɛ ne Sampa ene na me no ka sei de eye hofo ana chese wo makomti abu ma hye ne fa adan ya aheni esie ya jemre na ma mentwa me homra na me ba me venchi sem yi munchi mu angasa emesomo me din ane obaya gege me ba sesia
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and entertainment TV.
You webu shemesa che obi amu akwaba aha eye click kasafidie so sa akasie etwagu live e wo Facebook sanso na benye bi ato obenye bi etie ye mle e wo YouTube ane ene eye click app no so radio app no so etwagu e wo honom tuning app no so dia eno so e ho enso ebi etwagu e wo ho kama medemo shansam na se de na medemo kwa kopiem e wo ye mampani his excellency Owura John Dramani Mahama eye nakache ene ne san enu ada anache se papa yi ehye said anasa wo de to ko se ade se wo person ne ensem twunadwuma ko ni nyina ekohia ane na wo de enema bi guapam ensem bi se bi a eye ensem twunofo etwitwi yaso ene ensem bi a ase hayen yenya ye bebusa papa no so ne yenya eye ekwanya no na papa ne ebie mu to ho eye nwura eno ne first time a woni nsem twrofo ehia eye ne term ya wo mu na woni omuhia no enema bebre ekoso eye questions ahodo a manfo busa no papa ne de ni nyina egu akwan mu na ebusha me ne mo kasa no ne nsem de bebre ena chese ekoso wo ho na yeyi mu bi anasa yeyi mu ye tutututu mu a edi safata se ye wo se wo bi atimi atibi na obi ade to na enikotodwem mo de nsem bi so man nsem twrofo makoti aba eti de edi safata se wo se mote no ade se ye de ba be somo na ene ne sen ya papa yi ede nsem bi tudwa edikan na ene nsem a wo ka ne sen wo se wono wote hono no wo ba ya wadwen se esi ankasa wo be hye wo kukuam anasa sebe wo kukobuom baabi na watete edi wani atete ntokuam abagina bonten anasa wato ayam pifiti wo fie ede to aba fontentan kase ne so se ekika se bi nsem hu pa de kire ya mampani ene na bedi akire enye omonko ene chese wo bibiala owo Ghana untimi metete obi afa ahode so na wo ya sa de ne dia ene ye kai se baby a wo hye bia wo hye pop emotuom kra na ye ba beyu se nyankopon efra wo kra na ahwa ye san be fra wo de abasa ase so na embra bi edi safata na de asomo said the manfo bitimi ba bonten be kan se eye plane crash ye si ye bitimi be tena social media ka san ke ye man pani a anka be ye ne de wanyan on anka wewu we na nke wu ya ebuhia ya papa yi asisu dua se wono bomu de emra ye wo mu wuntimi maki kensem bi anfa ho enko Ghana ye kabi ma menka bia memo democracy na emom nka bi ma nka bia memo nkyere se betrati obi life na emom enti se wotena wo fie toto a yampia eto social media no so a kai hu se ye IP enti no and won betrasi wo IP na wo ma hodiu ai na adwuma wo mu bediu de abusua anka ene afanyam se wonti asase so kura nti ebe ya ka ye nhwe ya no kese yi nsem no nyina de ekosian se ye nhwe ya no kese ye nsem a ye de to abel fonten tankase nso ante sa ye power waso be ye pa mumie nte ye papa nsem ne bi
Bureau now has the technology to use your IP number and find you wherever you are. So I'm sending a signal to Ghanaians that we can find you those doing those hate speech and things. We'll use your IP number, we'll trace you. And when we trace you, we'll deal with you under the criminal code for inciting violence and disturbance of the peace. But I believe that beyond that, we must start making regulation for this new media because it's unregulated. And so anybody just takes a phone and says, oh, this plane crash, I wish that so and so had been the one in the helicopter and had died, and dwarfs have eaten him in the forest. I mean, why would you say something like that? And so we need regulation for that new emerging media. But in the meantime, the National Signals Bureau has been given the full authority to track down people who do that kind of thing and bring them to be sanctioned under the criminal code.
bedwafie honom no se ye to aba na emna se bedwafo na wo honom both parties bia e wo ho party bia owo ho bi no ye to aba wo timi wi ni di nkunim kwatena emna se bedwafie no ye ka mo bom ne ye chem na emna se bedwa anase party bia wo timi elidi to third ewo mu no one na cheso wo mo ye supreme bebre lusu om seat and MPP for NDC for be take eye over etime ne mo kase de na chese MPP NDC for ye che eye emranse bedwafo no mo ye che eye nipa nimu miensa NDC for nko ekura mienu etina chese eye supreme leader na ankasa adwuma na chese wo mo eye wo honom but ya papa ya babonten akasa wose sansem ne de damanfo tirim se wo mo ye supreme e wo honom ne senti no ase hu bi ededa manfo so wo kre Ghana fo nyina adwen titiri ne mna se bedwafo mu no mu bu man ne se no kre sesa asudie na sesa position na tom ede na so wo mfa sa position we emfe hurehura manfo efise yakasa obi ye supreme leader wo emna se bedwafie bi mu a ya na chese ya amemu bebre no want opa wonje adwenkyere mfiri ya other party ni bi eho and it is MPP for NDC for me supreme leaders om wo hoyi wo mo pan ko mo nya adwenkyere mfiri MPP for ho wo betinya take decision na wo mo kasa mo de abagana ane no madi wo dwuma se mo beti ase se mo nti ase eno de inform ho we mra wo politism ayebeka ne sa mra wo politism ane anasa memwo mu na mra wo mu no se party bi do so sen party foforo wo mra se bedwafia de akoso no wo pa wo mu se MPP for adwenkyere nanso wase eye democracy amemu ne ewo ne senti no ene fa ahodie ene kro ye ne basabasa ya won pene asum due man eye Ghana enti no eye ade se one fast opportunity no emfa niema enya niema saa ade se bibia e beba bontin bia no woni mpanifo ewom na se bedwafie both NPP NDC ene independent candidate wo ho nyina no woni wo nyina dwene ho ansa na koro ye abansa na babontin one fast di bia no entu ne ho enkase da se ni sei medemra we yaba mopo mi ankasa na mahye ebushia we ni nsema ye papa his excellency owura John Dramani Mahama edema eye nsem twerofo a woni omudi enhyiemu ewo saa enhyiemu na se ekonomo no mumientie saa ensem na wo kandifa supreme leader no ho
Bernard said I'm in danger of becoming a supreme leader. Look in my face. Do I look like a supreme leader? and that is to paraphrase Professor Atamils. Do I look like a cat hunter? Do I look like a supreme leader? I'm a Democrat through and through. And even when we attained 2/3 of parliament, I said that we're not going to use it to ride roughshod over the minority, and that we're going to give opportunity for democracy to flourish. And so we don't intend to use our 2/3 majority to steamroll our democracy. We believe that even though the people of Ghana gave us that overwhelming majority, it wasn't meant to turn Ghana into a dictatorship. They gave it to us in order that we could carry out reforms to make our governance better. And I think that we stand a very good chance with that 2/3 majority to finally move the amendments to the Constitution that we have all wanted. In the past, because of hung parliaments and all that, we couldn't make any progress, because there are some of those amendments for which you need an overwhelming majority. And so Ghanaians have given us that opportunity and say, look, go ahead and do these things so that we can have a better constitution that will take Ghana for many more generations to come. And so that's what I believe. But I certainly am not on the way to becoming a supreme leader or an autocrat.
Ebusha ye free eye supreme leader nsem isu de ni agina hwa eye bia ye hwa ensam de asam medical ka chem se bi ko so ho ebusha papa ne san e de enchirechire mu bi ebeto abonten ene ne san amanfo bebre keka se eye galamse nsensem ayade e ha Ghana papa eye ensu ahodo ene nsase forest nnua wo mo se no ennuane no baye koko ene ejapade pi na chese ye galamse efuei ese no na wei ayade a ye mampeni ne nkrofo ade ato makoma so se won betu galamse ase e wo Ghana etime ne mo kasa ide ye nhyemude ne koso no media foi ebusa ne se papa yi na state of emergency against galamse no da ben ana chese mo ba be ye na motimide tu galamse ase emuaye aye papa yi ede ma wo mu nyina ne se ko mo betimi ayo ne mmom no wo mo dwen Ghana fo ho wo mu ntumi enye putupuru ade sa da bi se wo bi wo ho wo bi kope fo magudie bibi kakra de beko na no nti na ase owuo o makunkum amanfo da bi omu nyina ye Ghana fo ana sebe ade omo ye no ase enye enipekum adwuma na omo ye na emom no je se emra no na wo mu mfa nya adwuma eti ya papa ekire mu asa state of emergency against galamse ni de enya de owa hodin so betimi aye anko betimi aye na so no na koma ma ne kwan ti for now ne de emra bi edi safata se wo so mu di gu akwam na mutimi di tu galamse ase de wo mo beye na emom no de wa Ghana fo ye trim ne de mo ba bonten bekeka ye bekum ye bebom mutu ebe yose ne de onyi ni se ebetimi ayesa na emom de edi safata na wo mbedi so no maye mumye nkotie bibi nso kafa galamse no.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have. And if it becomes necessary for a state of emergency, then we'll look at it. It means we have to go to Parliament. The President can't just declare a state of emergency without, going to Parliament, because there's a limit to how long you can maintain that state of emergency. And so I believe that we still have leverage to continue to fight Galamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. It means that we have to delineate the areas where the state of emergency is operational. And if you look at the area where Galamsey is taking place, it covers several districts of our country. And so we would do it if it becomes necessary. But for now, I think that we've given the security services enough powers to be able to deal with people who are found to be involved in Galamsey.
Abusiana chese ni ekweti ye efa Galamsey ho eno no state of emergency against Galamsey no papa ni kire mu a ye nyina adwen ye sese omo yesa na chese e de torrencham no ye ne na chese wo de eba wo so ne betimi so nice chese tomati ase e betimi be big so nice eti no se mo de ne ma pegu akwam se be mo betimi de tu Galamsey as na mmom no gidigidi ye se media so bete hey enam se empanifo ye wi ye begina so ye de beku amanfo wa ye behu ne bebo otuo ne de wonyinni emra no emra be ma ne kwan kra de ya ekra mpo a wono no te ho no enya de obetimi ayesa na emom no wo mo yo mo femu de ye de tu Galamsey ase ebuso ye free so de na chese papa no esan e de enchirichiri mu bi e de mayen ane ne nyina ne sen eye cases ahodo anase ensam ahodo bi a abagan na hanum sei edifiti wuntumi asese abronya de ne ho abegim ye media fo ensam bebre chese abeto Ghana ha ye mpanifo no edi enyemegu akwam a wo mugusu ye mu hwehwemu ala na papa ni kiremu a wo mo se ose bibia ni ho a wo mabu mani eguso example ntumi asemu ide enya de se wo bu mani eguso na hwehwemu ekọ se de be ya bibia ebe transparent ama individuals no na obi adwem ni na kumem aye ne fan eti ene mo ka se de eye kesisa eye anobaba ye ana se kesisa ye hunu se ye normal ana se kesisa mo nse de nya strong evidence no wo muguso de ne egu akwam se de be ya eba bonti a wo mu betimi ama bibia aye transparent ama Ghana adehye mo mienti de kan de fa sensem we so ho.
Of course. In the Republic versus Edubwan and 3 others, the state has submitted witness statements together with all other documents, and trial has commenced. And the first of 3 prosecution witnesses have been called and have been cross-examined by counsel for the accused person. With the SkyTrain case, for instance, the prosecutors have secured a trial date, as all preliminary matters have been concluded and the trial is set to commence. For the National Service Authority case, due to its expansive nature, charges have been drafted and will be filed as soon as the legal year begins against the following person: the Republic versus Osei Sibe, the Republic versus Eric Nyaku, the Republic versus Gifty Owari. Also for the National Cathedral, we are awaiting a forensic audit from the Auditor General. Additionally, charges have been drafted and are ready for filing in the case of Republic versus Wuntumi and Akuntamaine. The Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, is finalizing its report with respect to Exim Bank transactions. Dockets are in preparation for the buffer stock case and the drip equipment case. Investigations are ongoing into the African Cup of Nations case, the March set case, and approximately 20 other cases currently. Let me be clear, every single case of corruption that needs to be investigated is being looked into. And once evidence is found to ground the prosecution, that will happen and happen swiftly.
Abusiana chese we ni nsam aye papa no eka edefa eye kesisa ye hu ni se ebia akwada no da bia na yo hwehwemu ana omo pe strong evidence na chese wo de enema ne ba montin a ene na wo yantimemu phone bibia aye kama de amaye ya dwen ne yakomemu ada ho fan ebusua wo free sa ensem we so na wasan eka bibifo a ensra hodo a ewo Ghana mo kai say from 3 days ago endra nyina no news ahodo e ba bontin nyina ye ensra hwe ahodo e wo Ghana a che sa se ye mpanifo yi omani atwi omani afiri hu so omomo omani ko ho anke betimi di sika abapa ama betimi e de agbo Ghana ho bra na papa ne e de kan ho papa we de agisa asem no wan kan to ho wo bua wo pa Bode kan ho ka kire nsem twonofo se momfa nkwai na monkwa kan kire ye Ghana de hye se ensra hwa hodo ne de dise fata se wo se wo mu disika bi hyem na wo mu omma ade no agina brane ne maintenance ahodo wo mu hia no ono his excellency oti hwi ade se wo de bibia be hyem sika wo se wo de sika hyem wo de sika be hyem staff so na se wo ma wekese wo ho na wo se woni wo mu ekasa yie ana se bibi biala a che se edisa fata se o so wo mu di hyem wo mu di be hyem na nsra ha do na etimi agina brane ana se etimi asan agina ne na so wo san kan de kan ho se wo kwa nsra ha do ahohoro na na individuals na akwa etimi enyi sika wo honom wo be kwa restaurant wo honom ni ade wo mtonton ne ma wo ho ade eboa papa eye na nso no ne enti ansra ha hodo no bebre na ase kwa fom ne se na wo mu ni abotere omunim se de serve nipa wo munim se de ye ge ahoho efa no kra de nkohu yen wo bi ba baabi science ra hwe baabi sa na restaurant bi wo ho na ote ho a ase ja wo mu bobọ nkomo na nipa no mo bisa no ye ma drink wo de drink ni sinenima wonum drink na wanum be half no na nkeja ni nya strategy o me pa cho me fa ba ko meka ho ma nipa ne ahwa de fare abeka sa na ni be bo no ho so no wo be sore se wo ko hwe de ko de ba oba ho no na je se wanum be ye edu na no skapa na ekoso na nso we mu de da bi o betime mo atena hodi na wo che ho age se wa request na che se o kire mu a enema nkoyie wo ho kura na we ye futu o de ma ye individuals na mo anka se bie mo ankra nyuma wo nsra ahodo no mo ma enema nkoyie no nso mo bia obetime de aboa dia support ehonom se ye maintenance no so no so no wo betime aye de aboa na se de be ye bibi ni a ye betime nya bibi kakra de free ho de aboa Ghana ahoban ebusha mo mienkotie ensem okafa ho.
Identify what the tourist sites are, improve their attractiveness, and also improve the service delivery. One of the things that affects tourism in Ghana and West Africa is that our service is poor. You go to a restaurant and they think that they are doing you a favor. You go to eat and they think that you owe them, to serve you. If you go to other parts of the world, it's completely different. You are compelled to spend your money because they are all over you. Even before you finish the drink that they have given you, you are halfway. Can I bring you another drink? And if you are the shy type and things, you always say, oh, yes. And you forget that you have to pay for it. And so we must improve our service delivery. Owners of services must take professionals who know how to be courteous to customers, to know that we are in this job because you've come here to eat or you've come here to do this. And so that's one of the drawbacks of our whole tourism experience. And most times you spend so much money, set up an establishment, instead of going for professionals, you go and haul your relatives from the village to come and serve people. They pay and they can't even get their change. You can't find the waiter who took your money. And when you even find them, he says, oh, we have no change. I mean, they have a certain sense of entitlement. And so until we reform all these, and it's an attitudinal problem, until we reform all these, and people who own these establishments make sure that service delivery is at near 100%, we would not be able to attract enough tourists into our country. We have a beautiful country. People come and, they just say, look, this country is good. But if you hear a lot of the feedback and you say, oh, but what is negative about it? Oh, your service is not the best. Always, that's the feedback that comes. But the government will do its part. Government has the responsibility for making sure the infrastructure is good. And we're starting with the road, making sure that we dualize the road all the way to Cape Coast and Central Region so that people can travel easier to go and enjoy the tourist attractions there.
Abushana chese ye free eye ensrahwe ahodo ni nsemu a wode tu edwaye die wenyina ne kabo mu bo ne tofa e ka kire mo se ye mampani eye media fo a na se journalist fo na woni omukohia no ensemu a ekopiepie ho ni bi ane nsem de bebre na ne di sefata e wo se Ghana fo ebusa yen ebusa so yenya no ye bia mfa ma wo no a papa no timi eyi ano no eno anache se e wo se ye de bramo nti wei ene nsemo etimi ekoso ewo ho yo ye free ya papa yin hye di ase de ne de ne kirem ewo MPP fo akache eye ya papa akompreko wo hen Kennedy Japan e de se bi ebetu dwa ye nyina ye nim se papa yi e pefranketuni e de MPP amanyoku no eye 2028 na chese wo girem ehim franka no de MPP amanyoku na nyankopon ya adom na ne ye toma no odidi a na chese wotimi abaye omampani pa e de ma oman kronkron Ghana na papa ne campaign na de woguso wono de woguso ye campaign gidi enya sem geto akora wo bi ba obi na ka na sem wo se enya fedi agro na papa ne ye me no mokase yim e ya de se papa no ekopiem e wo esunafo south na eho no mo no na wone eye delegate no edi nhyiemu na busia ensama papa ne kanyina edigina eye dwuma pa wo ba wo beye na me no mokase yim wase eye plastic bottles a yenum hunsuo no eye voltic belakwa se bibiala yenum hunsuo a egu plastic bottle ensuo a egu plastic bottles no ane wase ye hu ni se ya de bia yenum wi ane ato egu hwe wo company bia wo moje na wo mode ye bibi foforo ekura san de bus system nim ane sa company no ana chese ye papa Kennedy Japan eten enya hinti se eye nipa wodan no eye ne dia founder CEO nankasa no woton wenya 90 years plus a chese papa no wago wa yemre na wo pesen ka woton na wokọ na homegie ana chese wo bi eti hu kire ye papa compare kon Kennedy Japan ana wo kire mu a wo so wokopie mu papa na kachi no ne di nkomo ana chese wo se wo bobo no wo bobo ne kire no se 3.25 million US dollars enye sikaba 3.25 million US dollars eye company no na otwen ho kakra ana se anka ampushu no na bomu no wakọ ho no mokọ company nimu no enipa ne gu company nimu a wo mu ye adwuma nyina ye Ghana for a fact enipa workers 300 workers wo mu nyina ye Ghana for ana Indian for a wo operate machines ni ade eye 15 pe Indians for near 15 na Ghana for eye 300 enti wo hwe sa Ghana for na e wo ho no mo no anose da bi ma mento ade na manto a na ebia kodu obi foforo nsema oni akon ne ebe tope wo bepam Ghana for ni nyina enti medwem ho enti ma mento na chese wo toy sa sika twitwiri de we cantonment edan eye 3 million US dollars one plot cantonment edan enso no wo de koto company e de ma Ghana said be ya Ghana this year youths anase unemployment no eso betse kakra e de amman when na chele eye adwempa wo de ma wo man no se sika we nko beti me de ato na account me de achele anase wo be kwa top asase si down was when ne yere ne man ne busua en konfa Ghana fo ho because you mpenifo bebra wo kwa isle gwan cantonment ne sa residential places ana wo mo Japade wo ho ne board den pa and so many mebusha no mo enjoy say Japade no na Ghana for e wono de wo dwen Ghana for ho etian to abane man mi entie nsem aye papa yi e ka fa asema mi ken
sa plastic bottles yi menim so mtimi show video no kira mo a plastic bottles we Indian company bi papa ni so wanya 90 years wabre oko enti menyonku bi na se me miankwohwe se meto a na menim mu ene ekoe na ekoe no bi duo na mhwe plant ni inside Ghana for etiti ho na mo ye adwuma na I was so impressed and under normal circumstances can make me feasibility studies research investigation By 3 months, and son Metrianica. But I'm sure send your Ghana for no at Tiho a year Juma. Because you woman no, so bottle way and your certificate. Ghana for Enco school. Machine here, no more so packy. Yam paying for a Jamaica for certificate in your town. The show ya papa and I'm saying, Matro, Matriaka. Which are $3,250,000. $3,250,000, you know. A for workers. Ghana for year 345. And India for maintaining machines and also a year 15. Now, my case, yes, I'm so make one bring up a baby. Media. Man fan koto asasi wa cantonments. Uto asasi wa cantonments a 1 acre. $3 million. Uto na di tuwa. How many workers now created? How many workers are now created? Maybe the $3,250,000. I created employment for 345 Ghanaians. Now obi didn't be koto asasi. No asaba asasi we ye media asasi we ye media as abrahim is asam sebe the biggest challenge I war ever Ghana is unemployment.
Abusia na chese ya papa yi ensem a wakan ye ede kire womo eno delegate na chese womo beto abade ama womo de yi eye franketuni no nsem a wakan bi eno no e ono abese asensebe ai we de me papa ne kan na se mo se obi atisi ne konso etinu na chese obi anwen sa no pese o kire obi anwen na wonwen no ntimi mfa nkoto aba no abusia ya free papa yi nsem isu de na chese ye de ni kirem ewo acting CEO of GMA ayefene Dr. Eugene K Doduye ebusan wodi nsem bi aba betudwa na papa ne nsem a wo kanyina ne se wose GMA no ni fu Ghana Mental Authority and Ghana Mental Health Authority asa adwumyalwe efo a chese omupani a woda wo ma no waba mountain na nsem a wo kanyina se wase Ghana hanim say no ase yenim ye mental issues do na Ghana mental issue ade a eku amanfo papa obi ho ha wonam ho fresh unim chese hawa wo femu no ne enta wo kan sa ne say wase 2024 enipa 134 aneku wo mo ho e wo Ghana hanim say enipa 134 eku wo mo ho e wo Ghana ye ka say 2024 na over 1170 and making attempt to send kombekum ho 2024 na mu 134 and etimi kwam ho na 1170 na make attempt to kombekum ho amanfo ya adoma ache se wo mo ekoje wo mo ane a wo mentimi enkwam ho imagine se sankrofo we nyina wu ya na ache se enipa ne kwa na eko enu achi ya ka say 2025 ya afa na mu apai mi no bidi amayen no aye nuru baabia no emu enipa 175 anache se wo mekwam ho enipa 175 ana wo mekwam ho 2025 na ache se 2025 ikura na enkwa awieye no ebro last year 2024 full year ni nyina no ebro ani na chese we yade a ekoso papa eye e wa Ghana hanim senti no dia ben hyehye ana wo ye mpanifo a wo da mental issues no anase mental health authorities no den hyehye dia no mu de gu akwa mu de amasa eniema ekoso ye busu mom ye ni kan kotie ensem we mra ye wi a na enhyehye dia wo mu de gu akwa mu no me de ato amso.
Ghana became a beacon, one of the few countries in Africa to move from criminalization to compassion in line with the global best practices. This change is not just altering laws, it is actually about transforming lives. The current situation is that suicidal behavior is still a challenge. And the challenge needs urgent care. Data from District Health and Information System, DIMS, show that we lost 134 lives to suicide in 2024. And that was a 40% increase from the previous year. Over 1,170 people attempted suicide in 2024. And in just the first half of 2025, we lost 475 Ghanaians. And unfortunately, just this past Monday, it was in the news that a police officer lost his life to suicide. Behind each number is a person, is a family, is a community. And these are lives cut short, breadwinners lost, potentials unrealized. The rise may partly reflect better reporting after the decriminalization, but it may also reveal the fact that much more work remains to be done.
CEO of GMA, HSA, friend or Ghana Mental Health Authority, no, a young opinion or Domano, Dr. Eugene K. Doduye, a Bushian winning summer would be a 2 grade far, a year and life for Lucy, year after 2024, and no more make attempts. And this year, yen trying to rear, any pay woo. No. Now then somewhere to Ghana say na de kwan ben so na de di kan ye befa so a ye betimi asia no kwan enti ya papa yi esan kan ho say e wo se wo mo employ assistant programs a wo be educated staff e wo mental health challenges ho ane or na chese ne sama wo ka nyina ne say e wo se wo mutimi efa adwumayefo a wo mo beboa wo mo a wo mo yo adwumayefo dada e wo sa adwumakuo ni mu no wo mo de beboa wo mo se de be ya opeso a chese ensa ene ano e be dosho e bia se de be ya asekasa kire enipam onbenye nipa ho ntoboase ne ade no de edi kan eno ne anase wo kan ye wo se eno e koso wo gidi yese e be ba form beba from papa yes I mekume ho ade no mental way no obi beku ne ho na o mental problem e ka say mental problem and mental issue a enya de wabodam ne nam abonten ko a o go through a lot obi go through a lot with me the sa ade no etimi eba and in the sense you see you employ assistant program to educate staff on mental health challenges and when someone what kind you say betimi ama sa enipewuo no sa na say mental health challenges e betimi ama na ba form mumiente papa yi asema wakan e de kan.
So one of the challenges to in fact improve mental health is what we call employee assistance program. And it's very important that labor unions, employees themselves demand this from their employers. Say that we are able to get the employer implement this, because the government has made it a national policy that every organization should have employee assistance program that help people who have addiction problems, who have mental health challenges, identified early at workplace so that they don't fall sick to be admitted, but rather they stay at work, stay more productive, and then stay well, mentally well. So it's a very good program that the government has put in place, but the challenge is that who is watching who to implement it. And I think employees and labor unions must demand their employers to implement this on their behalf.
So what if it's not being implemented? Are there any other sanctions?
Yeah, so the challenge is that we are advocating that the government should elevate it from a policy into a law. When it is a law, then it is enforceable. But for a policy, we can only advocate. That's what we are advocating now.
Thank you very much.
Ebusiana chese we ene nsam a ye papa yi ede kan ho a wone de wo susu senka ye mampani ana sempani for the way egu akwan mu a ke betimi access kra ede ama Ghana because e ya ginsem wo wie na wo san de kan ho say e bia na sikasem enso ka ho e bi say ye be employer man for assistant staff e wo mental health challenges in ho e bia na sikasem na ade kan ne senti e wo se ye de eye foto anase tax eto sika eto bi eba Ghana a ye de be hwe saa de no na eto ne de be ba Ghana no a che se ye betimi e de ahwe saa yale na anase saa de no enye eto a wo bia timamuni bia betimi atue bi se meti hwai na e bia me wo ho ye se wo ba ya wo pay ba ye no yate bi ye de ko hwa ya afo one more wo enemu go through a lot and no more madwi mu enema nsisi so ye ma wo e bia na ebeye ya kakra papa na sema waka no ne senti wano de nka onyaaya anka yenya ne se enema e cause mental problem ana mental issues anema na e wo Ghana na se wo wiase etimi cause sadin yemfa etonto sa anema so no mu ntua o se titiru ye de ahye yetirim se nema bi te se wonu mu nsa bebre a obi num nsa bebre a e ma na dwen emu eyemro nya problem e wa dwen mu timi nya dwen mu yale enya dwen mu yale ne wabodam nko a da bi ye wo fie bebre abodam oni yenim ye ne abodam fo bebre ne tifie enso ye ade se yenim ane enti ensa etimi ma ne basa enti company bia eye ensa ne ye de ne eto puduo ato no so ane se de be ya wo timi ede ensan ba be se amanfo adwen de na che se wankasa na wo betua se eto ne de asaw ma yale de edi kan de to so biam is great ahodo ene enema is great ade a wa mowi ne nti wa mowi de ni nyina ne se enye yen legal we wa hanim se enye legalization wa illegal we SM20 me amowi bet o kan is great ni ne keka ho else anon so no yade se e wo se yetimi de eto bi eto so eto wo so no mutimi tua ene eniema makomienu bia ene dwuma ekuo bia na se dwuma kuo bia wo mo ye product bia ba wo mo ntimi stop untimi mransa ewo Ghana han se untimi mras garret ewo Ghana han se ye ni Arab country ai ye nwanam Muslims na wo mo ensa de ene menya sure so wo Arab countries na ensa ya de ekoso wo honda bi ye ni bisa wa han se untimi mransa untimi mras garret untimi mra enema bebro keka ho ne sent ene yentimi mra de a ye fa tuo puduo bi nto so na wo mo anka so mo de sa ya de wan ebre ye manfo no wo mo anka se ntua sa ho ka mo me yente do san de kan ho.
This yes, sin bone adipa ye. Enti se ye hwe apomuden mu a ye wo suban bi a ya boa no se bone a etama nipanya adwemu yare ebi ne ensa ebi ne jot or cigarette ebi ne pornography ebi ne betting ebi ne fast food. Because ofunya fast food obey kese na sefo ebi ni asichire sugar edi sa aniema nyina no ye pesa aban de entoboa bi atoso se be ya brenime efra ne what excise tax ye fa sa eto no ento sa aniema yi so because sa aniema nyina ema adwum yare so ba ti se edi sa eto no eto ensa so eto jot so eto pono so eto betting so eto sa eniema ede ohaw ebreye na sesika no na aban enhye se sesika we nyina ye de boa adwum yare which is mental health authority na yaboa ahwe adwum yare a ewo oman eno no betimi ahye se be ya tambia jebenya futuo bi ato ho tambia na yede ahwe adwom yare wo man na mom yengo twen se ye twen se aban dis ka beba but se sa ne me nyina se temamfo no eyusu a na je se ye Jesus ka no e de aboa se be ya nipa bebre enkosa ohaw ni.
So what percentage are we looking at, and how far has that conversation gone?
Yeah, so when it comes to the percentages, the finance people will do it, because don't forget to say when you put tax, it can also have other effects. So the government already, these things are already being taxed, and see, when they look at it, they can look at how much they can be added. So means Accra, means that time chance here na ye bears 12%. They say Accra, they say you do better. It's a bit in the be to
Abusia na chese ye ready a wode ka ho no ane na pon an pono ene ne keka ho nyina ye de aban ni timi de tax akase to so ne nyina akọ so adwemu ya ne bet mo de no kre wo bitimi twa bet na fa ni mu ane na dwemu timi aka na no nsisi so bi eti we nyina aka ho a e wo sa aban ni timi de tax to so no mo anka so mutua e de ma om customers ye be ka ne sa ane Ebusia ye free ye papa Dr. Eugene K ye doye ensemi sudie na ye de ni kiremu fa akotu akopiem e wo Kevin Taylor akache ye nyina ye nim se Kevin Taylor ye obi a wakasa ma MPP amanyoko ni papa NDC sese wase me ma mi ewuraba me kasa ma MPP amanyoko okasa de ma NDC amanyoko ni papa eye wo ye o chese wo yobi a ye kasa obi eni gine party ho a waka ho bi papa eye na waba bonten wono so the reaction na say ni nchirechire mu ne enema bia efa eye abronye enchie yi ho abronye case ho papa na babonten bebie enema so ba ko mienu so bebie Ghana fo adwemu de wo ho kire se abronye di se fata se wo se ye chi no mo mientie eye wono so de awode kan
Kaya with TV, Sunni Facebook, I still stand by it because I have the facts to back it. He was making allegations. Yes, bra court never year no also be town. Adena Abronya na police chain no. What did he do? Abronya is facing the court, is not facing the police. Only fact be if you say the IGP is corrupt, prove it. I have said so many people are corrupt and I have proved it. So because IGP a corrupter, prove to the world IGP is corrupt. This happened in this country. Maybe Chama DB. Man who claimed IGP was recruiting fake police to kill citizens during elections, jailed 4 years. Abrantewe, 2024, Obiena no can say, Dampare, recruiting kofobi, Masan kofono, den, botuo. Senabe MPP win elections, ye jailing 4 years. MPP ni bene sorry kasati adewe. Or make allegations. Did he have evidence to it? Was he able to prove to it, defend it in court? No. He's in court. Did you see any MPP person, Salah Mustafa, did you see him on TV arguing that everybody has the right to speak their mind? Did you see any of the LPP leadership sit on radio or TV to say Kevin Taylor did Did you hear anybody? I don't know where the money demonstration and say there's freedom of speech and that the country is going down and that we are going to demonstrate. I didn't want demonstrating against this. I brought your radio so a catch there. Where regional chairman? How do you defend this in court?
Kroma yebeka omsebo mi ari pranko tie yeti kroma ene yebeye hufi yo yebeye hufi yeti kroma and former president bi onyem ni sports person yire e wo kroma
former president
yes yeti kroma
in this republic
onyem ni sports person yire
ni spokesperson yire
yes onyem no e wo kroma
e wo Ghana
and mama na yesa.
Oh, are you serious about this?
Master, I'm telling you, the spokesperson here.
The spokesperson Ben. The spokesperson Ben. The spokesperson Ben.
Master, Kwabichem and maybe from 20.
Because me say John Jinapa and the spokesperson, Ben Duche Mala and the spokesperson, and Mahama Yarga and the spokesperson,
and your Mahama Yarga.
Nehwa,
Madam, and I'm saying, Mayi, Mama Yarga, Doche film.
Aka John Jinapo.
Madam, I come say, John Mahama, the spokesperson here. On you know
what dance did.
Oh, Master, what dance I may but see your men for crying metro.
No, okay, what dance
I may catch no we. What from me? I'm just almost here, bed here. Find some when you
are. You sit there and you tell me, and they are froze at Kwasia, we make na court in Yadi and Obitwe Yano. And then there, Aquana no sabotoi or trimming. Intimunyi na mombompa ma abronya lawyer wakofa krasini lawyer gina ho ntumi defend abronye and wako gina court intuma convince judge say the client no has to go home abronye Osha Black Maria nim we are protecting him. The police is your friend. The police they be the police is your friend. I believe in the police and I like the way they protected abronye.
I was say when somewhere sorry. Kevin Taylor so the bechire mo de ma yen enam efa abronya Ghana police for aso ne pa chie no ensem de abronya kan bi pa yie na emomu no say ya cheche de we hope ni moja dodo edin so ne frem ma no ana afen so ne se akwala we wano eso wase den kura na ye ne di an emfen twapo ane ebusha ye free eye abura nyensam yi so de na chese ye de ni piem ewo eye osofo pon bi a ye friend na Nigel Gezi eye prophet papa wa ba bonten de nsem bi ababe we kra do ma bonten ane ene ne sen papa yi eye 3rd November 2024 wo be she nkombi na se nkom she no be she no afei ne nkom she no ho abehia ye ka ne se afei na chese nkom she no ebem eni nti na chese eye yensem tunofo ye kofa ne ye de be kai Ghana fo ni nyina ne se papa yi ba bonten be ka se eye Canada Japan ye papa akompre kon wo hene Japan eye ade se eye 2024 abato yi de ana se wo mo franketu a wo mo ba betwin a chese Canada Japan ka mema mu showdown eye ade se nka wo na wondi wonni timo ha no ho na 2026 ya mo beto aben wo betimi edi enye so betimi edi wo bedi sa na nyame aka kire no wo bedi na wodi a na yede ne ko 2028 a wasan edi na jugezi na eka ho enti na chese 2028 no se Canada point mi di eye franketuni ya wo betimi edi 2028 abato ya papa yin se mo kan yin na mom 2024 we die o kan no kwankwan twe ne ho mfiri eye politics ho na me MP president edini kontwe ne ho mfiri na nyane dia by 2028 dia se nyankopon amma na dum bedu yen dia no hwe na pomudin su ye sunsumu fam ne honam ani fam no hwesu ya wo betimi edi akonwa no abusam mi entie na yen hwe de ekọ
onim ade arade ka kire me yɛ mo
okay daddy
ɛna na me den se meka Canada pon attack me no onhwe no so ye
okay
onyame bie mani no kra MPP flag no Canada pon nyame bie mani nyame we evidence se meka be wa attack me ba honhom ne ka ne obeye bie se wo ka ne honhom ne ka so munya message where mon can say honorable Canada pon
okay
that he is the next person to lead the MPP.
Wow.
He should live long. Or there's an agenda be physical we Edin Semeka. Well, we attacking me wrongly. But it's amazing. Very well. Very well. Next 2028 no me who in the realm of the spirit say is going to play a pivotal role. Okay. But this election there any MPP there.
Okay. Daddy me twawano.
Na chese we ne ensema prophet Nigel Gezi edebeto abonten in the year 2024 abato na chese ebekoso no ochire ma papa no anya de ananko benye biedi nti won twe no na 2028 there for fie eto ata na nyankopon amade a wo bedi akonya ni bi yo ene ye nhwayin ebusha magina ya papa Nigel Gezi nsem so de kase ni nyina ba na wie ye se pim na kase eyadwumako bi adama ne so masen na mede bremo Krekro Estate Limited for se fa wodan sensem beda won no won sa aseto na won mu e wo sa kwanso na won mu ni hwam moda na se won kasa no ebejo nsem won mo be bibia kama e de amount fra won mo e wo 0244795267 Healing Hands Heart fra wo bibia la wa nkasa wo hu se enema nkwa yesunsum sem anasa yade kodie wo the doctor apam nkura free hospital sense wo bi minima mi bo e mantem okwa hospital mo hwe ni bi mu doctor se mo nsi ho bi mangasa bisa na yare no wo mu hu ye duro mo mfenka no ane se bi na doctor aka kire wa ne na brai Healing Hands won bebo e wo sa kwanso fra wo mo so e wo 020543077140 0543077140 anasa 0598028826 0598028826 we Healing Hands for asye Power Life Herbal Center for sefa we ya de besom wo mebra wo mahye ye no momoa wo say ye body pains, rheumatism, waist pains, fever, blood pressure, coughs, any chest pains, stomach ulcer, stroke, diarrhea, asthma, and hypertension there. And enough about down one more, now one more. Woman, drum the abedra master, any P life BTC, a man for num ne some yard no mood, one dance a papa, also be pebinum nem more from 0244059825 0244059825 and I say 0244099603 0244099603 what UK and then impate mu di and na frɛ +44770103.902 and answer +447404852148 wo pe baby a wo mu di omudwuma de a and I just would when each would ko tipa a Click TV aso ye ho pe ho na won so wo mu di omudwuma mesira mo FD for ye hwehwemu agya tum se do ni ye eni nti wo ba penfo akola wonye nyemfie du mie no wo ba tan ya wo makola nu for ya de se wontumi ennom sa edro yi bi ebusuan wei eni dwumeku ai bo mechi do na metimi de kase nyina ebesom mo na kase yi ensem titiro ni bi a wote ye eni se eye ye mampeni ebehye bobi se ye nuada woni nsem twofo enkabom ku ana sensem twofo behia na wode eye nsem bise bia etwitwi yaso no wabeyi ya no nyina de ama ye yenso ye obi a yenso ye de ama no ampa ode ose yo wo muhiem na ne ekọ so de yebusua eno ne ade amede dodoa na ebesom sanso anam de mukopie mu ewo MPP amanyokom onabo eye Kennedy ohene Japan ede nsem bi ba nsem a anasa niam bi a waye ye di sefata senka MPP for emfa ne nkọ kunanim eye 2028 sanso nam de mukopie mu ewo acting CEO of GMA mechire eye Ghana Mental Health Authority asuyeye na Dr. Eugene K Dowuyo edinsem bi betudwa edifa ye mental health ho nsensem ekwan ya befa so ya bebo ho ban enes sikasem a ebetimi a hyem se de be ya bibia etu ebetwa ebusua no so me de monsem be som Prophet Nigel Gezi Babonten ebe kan nsem bi na fe na asensem no eho ehia eno so ye be so Kevin Taylor wobekasa de fire abronya nsemi ho ebusuan wani nsem a eye mo sonfo me je adwa bekin kama mo se enwumre no nsia ekase ane announcement 17th October 2025 eye bonfire kase pa ekoso eye ewo eye Healing Hands Hearts aseye me dem ka se de eye Reverend Prince na se penipa a woda sa aseye na no ana wa hye dwumadi bi e fe ne bonfire night ebekoso ewo 17th October na de hia ne se obefa ka besi Madina wo fa Madina ka ebesi Madina wo se wo ko eye dodowa anase oyibi wo fa omu bia ka na wo su besi o Malijo School Junction wonya duru ho apɛ ene na kyese ahyenya wo ho bia wutimi fa na waka chom se wo ko Healing Hands aso eye wo mo do beba na so wetimi de wo bisa de wo ha wo kwada na nyina abegu ahanim se na ebusua se wo duru ho anase eye bonfire night e bia nsem bi kire wo so pensem bisa anase more details a fresa ahomatrufo yi eye 0543077140 0543077140 anase 0598028826 0598028826 sanso ana wosan e de atudwa se anase wosan de asoman se yemeka ncha hwefo etiefo nya dofo se titru mu amwo UK ni ne mpata mu anase wodofo bi wo ho na so person ne Reverend Prince edi nhyiemu a mo ha no ho kra se bia da chi bi oba Ghana da bi first week of November Reverend Et na se e UK London ene ne mpata mu wone eye adehye adofo ene wom a wom pe eye moa e de free ni ho no wone omudi nhyiemu e wo ho na eno eye first week of November enti mo nhya no so na mo 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 UK ne ne mpata mu mo pese mo ni di nhyiemu a na wo boa mo e wo kwan bebre so a mo nhya no so sanso na second week of September mo fencheme sanso na first week of December US and so Reverend Et na se wo ho first week of December US Reverend Et na se wo ho na no so woni adehye adofo ene wona epese we hunu so atna se na chese no so ya ho boaboa na ana mo baboa na motimi de ehia no ebusia de me sense subiem 17th October 2025 bonfire kase ekoso ewo Healing Hands Hearts wo maso ye bra bi wai na wo mo emwa ewo nsem bebre na se niema bi a wankasa no wo pemu nsembusa na chese wo mo a wo sa kwan so ebusia wo ba ya gege ene edia mejeso medum besia menemo kasen eye spiritual drive no ebekoso de bono nwotweken ebekoso Reverend Prince woni eye host dada na DJ Powers won bet na se na won de eye spiritual teachings egwapan mu ede amante jemre na chese won so tie bi na fa bi ebo obra ana se fa bi etu hofo ewa bra bom medum besia makram
Click TV.
Oh yes, Click TV, your number one spiritual and